Hey there everyone, my name is Haley and welcome to the very first episode on the Oracle SMP. So really quickly before this episode starts, I want to give a big thank you to Zach and Alec, who are the two owners of the server, as well as all of the other members. I am really looking forward to being able to be on the server with you guys, so without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So I've already gone and gotten a few supplies, nothing much, just the basic tools and wood. And I've decided that I want to build a little spawn house up here on top of this mountain, which is just behind the mob grinder. So it's just going to be something kind of small. And I do have I think a good design for it. And I'm kind of going to base it off of the castle I did in Stella Luna Season 1. And I think I'm going to kind of carry over that same idea into this series because I never really got to finish that whole amusement park castle type thing in Stella Luna, so I'm going to bring it over here and see what we can do with it. So first off, I definitely need to go mining and get some materials, so I'm going to go do that right now. So I decided to do a little bit of a mining time lapse here, and this is just so that I can have a chance to kind of talk to you guys and update you about what's been going on my channel. So you might have noticed that I haven't been posting videos lately, and that's just because I've been very busy with school and work recently. It's been a lot to try to do that and make videos at the same time. And I'm also just feeling really unmotivated with all of the current series on my channel. So Pixie Craft, Pixadia Village, and Rainbow Isle, I've lost motivation for all of those series. And I kind of just want to start a little bit new. And you might have noticed that Stella Luna is not listed in those series, and that is because I have decided to end Stella Luna Season 1. And unfortunately, that was the series that I was most interested in and most motivated about. I had a lot of good plans for that series, but unfortunately, I had to end it due to a number of different reasons, which include just a lot of the Stella Luna members kept coming to me and saying they weren't able to continue playing on the server, and really, what's the point of an SMP when you can't have the multiplayer aspect? And then also, the server never really became what I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be sort of like a mix of Hermitcraft and like One Life, if you know those two Minecraft SMP series, where Hermitcraft has a lot of the big bases and huge builds, like impressive things that take a lot of time and dedication to work towards. And then One Life has the modded aspect, and I kind of wanted to bring those two together, and that never really ended up happening. Everyone just kind of built their little spawn houses and then fizzled out and faded away from the server, which is no one's fault. It just kind of happened, but nonetheless, it just wasn't turning out the way I wanted it to, so that's kind of why I decided to end that series. So after deciding to end Stella Luna Season 1, I was going to try to start up a Season 2, but in all honesty, running and owning an SMP server is a lot of work, and it adds a lot of extra stress to what should be just a fun community where everyone can kind of come and play Minecraft together. So instead of starting up a Season 2 of my own SMP, I decided to join an already existing one, and I decided to join Oracle, as you may or may not be able to tell considering you're watching an Oracle SMP video. But I decided to join Oracle because it's a vanilla series, which is always something that's really interested me. I love vanilla Minecraft, and I always really have, and I haven't gotten a chance to play just plain old vanilla in a while. And also, it already has an established community of players, and I'm really excited to become a part of that community. So, along with Oracle SMP, I've also been playing and recording a little bit of a Sims 4 100 Baby Challenge, which is something that I'm really into right now. It's really fun to kind of go back to something that I did about a year ago at this point, I think, and kind of start new with that as well. Because with the 100 Baby Challenge, I get to kind of play a bunch of different aspects of The Sims all in one series. Without having to switch around households like in Rainbow Isle. Because in 100 Baby Challenge, all of the kids will have different traits and aspirations and different things that make each one of them so individual and unique. And I get to play as all of those different characters for time being in that series. And so that's what I really am enjoying about 100 Baby Challenge. So definitely be looking forward to new episodes of that coming out pretty soon. So as of right now, any series, whether it's Minecraft or Sims or any other game that have previously been on this channel prior to this video, those are all now on a hiatus. I'm not going to say that they're officially 100% canceled forever. I might go back to one or two of them in the future, but for right now, those are all on a pause. And going forward, I'm only going to have two series on the channel, which will be Oracle SMP and the 100 Baby Challenge. So, as kind of a closing statement for this little update, I just want to thank you all so much for your support. I saw there was a lot of really, really nice comments on the application video I made for Oracle SMP, and it just really made me happy to see that you guys are still going to support and watch my channel, even though I'm not doing Stella Luna anymore. It just really made me happy to see that. So, thank you guys so much for continuing to watch my channel. But anyway, let's get on back to the Oracle server. Alright, so I am back from my little mining trip, and here is everything that I got. So I got about 3 stacks of coal, couple stacks of iron plus a little extra, a stack of lapis, some redstone and emerald, a golden apple, and an enchanted book of aqua affinity, which is really cool. I got those from the minecart chests that I found in a mine shaft. As well as these name tags, and I also got 10 gold ore, so I feel like that's a pretty decent start. I'm going to go ahead and put this iron in the furnace, get that smelting up, and I'm going to work on just a little bit of a structure that I can live in until I can get all of the materials for the little castle itself. Alright everyone, I am back, and I have been doing some serious resource gathering. As you probably can see, there's quite a few new chests. I have full iron armor. Things are going pretty good, despite the fact that I died quite a few times. A couple times resulting in me losing all of my items and basically having to start over while I was mining. But regardless, I'm about to show you all of the different ores and precious materials that I have gotten. I cannot believe it, but we actually found 20 diamonds. I did find a few more than that, and then, as I mentioned, I died and lost them all. But, you know, we're just going to ignore that. But yeah, I've gotten a lot more materials, and I have started planning out the layout of my little starter castle here. It's just going to be small. It's not going to be anything too ginormous, just to hold some basic items and just kind of get me started before I move off onto my actual base that I'll be building. And as you can see, I also have a lot of gravel, sand, and bones that I've been saving up and collecting. And that is so I can make a whole bunch of white concrete to use for the walls. So I'm going to go ahead and make some of that stuff up, and then I'll get started actually building. I'm also going to smelt up about a stack. For now, we're going to need more than that, but a stack of sand, and I'm going to take this off so I can get that experience from it because, you know, I'm trying to get some good enchantments, which actually we could go ahead and do right now. I know there's a public enchanting station right over there, so we can go ahead and, since we have 30 levels, we can enchant this diamond pickaxe that I have, and I don't know, I think this goes up to level 30. Yes, it does. Okay. Oh, I need lapis. Hold on. Okay, here we go. We've got our pickaxe, we've got our lapis, and efficiency 4 is really good. Oh, it's a silk touch. That's kind of cool. I was kind of hoping for fortune because that would have made a better difference for the starting out. But we are going to need quite a bit of stone, so I guess it's not too bad. I would have also liked to do unbreaking. I'm kind of tempted to, once we get a few more levels, try again with another one, because we do have the diamonds for it, just to see if we can get anything better. But anyway, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and get started on the walls of the castle. Okay, so here is the basic kind of front structure of it so far, and I've done a little bit of the stone detailing up on the top, and I can go show you from up there as well. But basically this stone stuff is going to go all the way around the edge of the top of the castle, and then the towers are going to go up a little bit higher and then cap off at peaks. And then we're also going to have some stone detailing stuff down towards the bottom here. So basically, if I can remember, I think it's something like, I'm going to do this. There's going to be like stone slabs all the way around here, and down here at the end of the towers. And then these are going to descend down as if this is just coming up out of the mountain, so I don't have to use quite as much white concrete because stone is a lot easier to get, especially now that I have this Silk Touch pickaxe. I can just go kind of mine out a giant area of stone. But yeah, and then these, I believe they go up like this. I planned this out a little bit in a creative testing world, but I believe, yep, those go up like that. And then in here, in between, in these cracks and on the corners of all the towers, we'll have the cobblestone walls going all the way up to the top. And then other than that, it's pretty much the same type of deal all the way around. So, sorry, I was just checking my images. I have them pulled up behind in a different window. Just to make sure I'm doing this all right, but it looks like I am, so I'd put a slab there, and we also have these cobblestone walls going up like this, and then something just kind of like that, and that's what the stone detailing is going to look like on the bottom, and then, yeah, and then the tops will be covered, the tops of the towers are going to be covered in pink stained glass, which is why I've been getting all this glass. I really want to find a rose bush somewhere around though, so that I can get an easy access to red dye. So I think after I finish as much of this structure as I can get done, we're going to go on a little journey, see if we can find any flower forests or even just a normal forest that would have a rose bush in it. But I'm going to go ahead and continue working, and I'll probably do some more of the towers, and then we will go on that little journey. Just to give you guys an idea of the height of this thing, that's as tall as the tower is going to go, and then there will be a layer of pink stained glass over the tip of the white part here, or the peak of it, just to add some other color in there. And then I'm also doing an archway in the front that is pink stained glass as well. Alright, so here's one more little progress update. I got the other tower completed, aside from the pink on the top, of course, and I added in all of the stone detailing for the front half of the castle, including along the bottom. I got that stuff mostly done. I might do a few tweaks here and there just to add a little bit more detail into those so they're not just plain stone slabs, but for now that's all we're going to do. I have exactly one piece of white concrete left, which I have no idea how I managed to do that, but I did, so we're going to just stick that back in here along with all of our other building materials, and we're going to go ahead and sleep, and in the morning we will go ahead and head out. I need to collect some more gravel to make more concrete so I can finish the back half of the castle. And we need to go try to find some red flowers, especially a rose bush. That would be absolutely perfect if we could find that. Well, this is perfect. It's literally been like 2 minutes and I already found some rose bushes. So I'm just going to gather. Oh my goodness, there's so many. This is absolutely perfect. Okay, I'm going to gather all of these up and then we will head on back to our castle. I don't know how I did this, but I completely forgot that peonies are a thing in the game, so I don't even have to go through the process of making the red dye from the rose bushes into pink dye. I can just use peonies and that will just give me pink dye. So now if I could just find some lavender, that would be absolutely perfect. I would complete my trifecta of beautiful flowers and all would be right in the world. Oh, look what I found! It's some lavender, which is absolutely perfect. I'm gonna take these and then I will head on back. Ooh, that's a cool ravine. There's a tree in there. Anyway, I'm gonna head on back over to spawn and we can put some finishing touches on our pillars. So something I didn't really think about when building this castle is the fact that it'll snow, and because I'm on a mountain, it'll land on my castle, and now there's snow on top of my castle. But regardless, this side of the pink bit is done. I still have to do this other side and the front entrance, but oh, hello there. But I do not have any more glass at the moment. I did have some smelting in here though, so I can go ahead and finish that stuff up. Alright guys, so things have changed pretty dramatically since the last update that I gave you, and that is because I kind of got started with this and then just couldn't stop. I didn't want to stop to give any sort of updates. I kind of just wanted to wait until the whole castle was finished, and at this point, besides some last little finishing touches, everything is complete, and this is the final version of the castle. I'm stuck on my pathway. But anyway, oh gosh, there's a creeper right there. Oh dearie me. Maybe I should get out of F1 mode and actually try to get rid of this guy. But this is the castle. It turned out really great. I really love it. And it's actually a little bit bigger than I was expecting it to be. And especially from like down here, it looks kind of large, which I didn't really want it to be this big, but it kind of just ended up that way. Yeah, it looks pretty large, but I mean, compared to some of the other stuff around here, it's not too bad. But anyway, so I made this little pathway going up. I also kind of altered the sides of the mountain to make it a little more smooth. And I kind of wanted this to be sort of a ruiny type walkway, so it starts out down here with like just grass and cobblestone and whatever, and then it slowly becomes more stone-like, and then I sprinkled in some of the birch wood, and then as you get closer and closer to the front of the castle, it becomes a lot more nice and pristine looking, with more and more birch wood filtering through. But yeah, here is the castle, and I'll give you a little bit of a tour. So as I mentioned, we have the glass here for the archway, and then also on the sides here, all of the stone slabs have now been put into place, and I don't know how I missed that little piece of cobblestone wall, but I think I'm going to go ahead and fix that because that's going to drive me insane. But here we go. So I'll show you around on the inside in just a moment. There's really not a whole lot in there. Just sort of the basics, but let me see if I can get myself over here to fill these last few in. Perfect. Okay. Oh gosh, I just fell down the mountain. So you might remember there was a little pond down here. I just covered that up because I didn't really know what to do with it, and I needed the mountain to kind of extend out a little farther, because before it kind of stopped like right along here, and I figured that's way too many stone slabs. Right there I think is like the perfect amount where I don't really need to add anything else to add more detail. Same with this other side. The mountain was kind of very steep and just kind of cut off right there, so I added a little bit more, and then that looks pretty good. And then once we go inside, the back side is basically the same as this, just without the doorway. So I'm not even going to bother going back there because it's kind of hard to get back there, to be honest. But in here, I just have a few like furnaces or crafting table. And then I'm going to put my chests along these walls right here. So I can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chests total on each of these 4 walls. So that'll make 24 storage chests. And these up here are actually slabs so that I can open the chest still, even if it's up on the top layer there. So that's pretty cool. Over here, I have my mine shaft. So this would go all the way down to, I think, level 5. The staircase does, and then it also intersects with some caves and a mine shaft and stuff along the way down. And then on both sides of these towers, I have these ladders going up to the second floor here. And this is where I can kind of look out onto spawn. It's a really cool view. And then I can go all the way around over to the back side here as well. See back here, someone's house is over there, which is kind of cool. I can just kind of barely see the outline of their area. But yeah, that's everything here. And then I have this little tiny room right in here, which I don't think I actually finished all of the stone slabs for, which I'll go do that in a bit. But and I also ran out of glass. I was gonna do a archway of pink glass here as well as soon as I get some more sand. But this is where my bed is, and then I'm also going to put some pink glass here, and I also kind of wanted to put some in the floor to make like a skylight so that from below here I get some more natural lighting in up through the top, and it would be some pink stained glass up here at the top. So I'm definitely going to have to go get some more sand because right now I only have 2 little pieces left. I somehow went through all of my sand making the concrete and the glass for this place, and I actually did make way too much white concrete powder because I've got about 4 stacks left over that I don't really need, but we'll use it at some point because for my main base, I am going to be kind of recreating the big castle that I did in Stella Luna, and I might make it even bigger, if you can imagine that, because that was a huge build. It took me hours, but I think we can definitely make a bigger and better version. Even though this isn't modded, we'll just have to use all vanilla resources, vanilla crafting materials and blocks, but I think it'll be a really cool challenge to do to make that big castle in the center of my amusement park that I'm going to build. And yes, that is still the plan because I didn't get to do it on Stella Luna. I'm going to do it on Oracle instead. I'm going to build a little amusement park, and I'm gonna kind of go exploring it a little bit to see where I can build that. And I kind of have an idea of where I would like to do it, but I'm gonna go ahead and wait until I found the absolute perfect spot to reveal my plan. So as soon as I fight off all of the monsters that are coming for me right now, maybe I need to light up this area a little bit more, I'm gonna go ahead off and explore. Also, I really quickly want to just say, whoever built that base over there, you are an actual lifesaver because you also have a skeleton farm over there that I have been kind of borrowing for the time being to get all the bone meal and bones and stuff for this place. And without that, I think this would have literally taken me years to build and craft all of this white concrete. So, mysterious person who lives in the giant house back there, thank you so much. I almost forgot that I want to, now that I have these 37 levels from farming at the skeleton grinder over there, I do want to, oh, I almost forgot lapis again. I do want to try to get another good diamond pickaxe because this one is almost broken and I did repair it once already. And I don't really want to do that again because it's honestly not that great of a pickaxe. Doesn't even have unbreaking on it. So I'm going to definitely try to go see if we can get some other enchantments on a new pickaxe. Okay, put our pickaxe in and our lapis. Unbreaking 3, I'm kind of worried. I really hope that's not all we get there. I want to just see like what the enchantments are. Smite 3, nah, that's kind of garbage. I want to see maybe if I could check my armor too. Maybe I'll make some good armor if there's any decent enchantments on any of these pieces, because I'm kind of worried that whatever I get on this pickaxe is going to be garbage again. But I guess, you know what? There's no way of really knowing, so let's just go for it and see. Unbreaking 3 and efficiency 4. Okay, it's not the best. It's not the worst, I guess. It's definitely would be better if I had fortune on it. But you know what? I could always combine these two and then I'd have a nice efficiency 5 Unbreaking 3 Silk Touch Pickaxe, which could be useful. But I think for now, I'm just going to wait on that because you never know what might come up. I might get some sort of enchanted book that would be helpful. I forget what this enchanted book was in here. Okay, that's Aqua Affinity. So yeah, that's not going to be super helpful at the moment. I'm going to leave my Silk Touch Pickaxe here and I guess just bring this one with me. But yeah, I'm gonna head off now on an adventure, and then I will get back to you guys once I have found the place I am looking for. Alright guys, so I have traveled all the way over to the place where I am going to be building my base this season. You might have just gotten a little bit of a spoiler there, but here we are. So, I have found a nice little mushroom island here that I'm going to be building on, and my reason for this is mushroom islands don't spawn hostile mobs, so I won't have to worry about zombies and creepers and skeletons and stuff while building here, and it'll just make it a lot easier to be able to create really cool like amusement park type builds or games or whatever without having to worry about the fact that like mobs would spawn in it. So I don't have to light everything up. I can play around with different kinds of lighting. I just think this is going to be a really good place. And also, the grass color in these islands is so pretty. It's like this really bright, vibrant green, and I think that'll work really well for what I'm trying to do here, what I'm planning on doing here. I would just have to get rid of all of this mycelium though, so that's going to be a very lengthy project that I'll probably do mostly off camera because you don't need to see me cover this entire area with water or whatever it's going to become. So, and then it's connected over here to this forest, but I'm thinking I'm going to dig that part out over there where it connects so that it's an actual island and it's not connected to anything. And I've also made myself another tunnel all the way back to spawn so I don't have to walk or boat this whole distance. I don't know why, but my Minecraft just froze. There we go. Okay, that was really weird. But yeah, anyway, so I'm really excited to get started with stuff in this area. But I think we're going to have to wait until next episode. This episode is probably a lot shorter than most episodes that I have posted on this channel before. Normally my episodes are between like 30 to 40 minutes long. But I don't know, I want to have your guys' opinion on what you feel about that. Do you like longer episodes, or would you prefer ones that are like 20 minutes or less? And also, I didn't really do a whole lot of the grindy stuff in this episode. I really just showed you like what I was going to be doing and then showed you once it was done, or mostly done, or I did some little progress updates. The only little bit of grinding type stuff that you probably would have seen in this episode is that mining time lapse, but other than that, it was a lot of just here's what I'm gonna be doing, here's what I did. So let me know if you guys like that, or if you guys would want to see more of the material collecting and mining and traveling and stuff like that. So just let me know what you guys want to see on this channel, so that I know how to do better videos, basically. But thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you're new to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe, and also subscribe to all of the other Oracle SMP members whose links are in the description below. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.